Hello dear he's and she's, it's Josh, and today we're going to be taking a look at a few systems, specifically the 2007 machine, the 2010 machine, and my main rig. I'll get into code names and stuff in a bit, but I want to go through some updates first. Still working on the NT4 machine. I've got some memory, sound card, and the floppy drive emulator, so expect that in 2 weeks. 2004 machine, a lot of people were asking, giving advice on what to do, so I've tried changing the CPU, tried changing the memory, graphics card. I put a new power supply in it, a CV450. Yeah, I think the board's just foobarred, and I'm not surprised. It's an old board, NVIDIA chipset. Right, I think that's it for updates. Let's actually get on with taking a look at my computers. And start with the one that, well, started it all. 2007 machine, codename Theseus. Right, so we have it up on the desk. It's gunmetal grey case. It's quite it's a mid tower. It's a reasonable case. It's very heavy due to all the sound insulation and everything. I'm just going to open the front panel and get a better view of some of the inputs and outputs. One of the most sort of obvious things is the creative media. This has got pretty much all your digital and analog inputs and outputs. All Beula, DVD, CD rewriter, whatever, and power and reset switches, USB, Firewire, audio, whatever. Floppy drive, which yes is hooked up, and this thing does have support for floppy disks. I don't have any disks to use in it. I mean, I've got disks, but they're all bad. Right, and now to get inside and take a look at the components this machine uses. You can probably see that we have a Radeon HD 3870 in a GA-X48-DS5 motherboard. We even got that fancy old Corsair Dominator Platinum stuff, like DDR2. Yeah, fortunately this is a DDR2 system, but they did make a DDR3 version of this motherboard. It's pretty difficult to find though. And so we have a Core 2 Quad Q6600, because 2007, same with the GPU. The motherboard's a bit new for this system, realistically, but whatever. I just wanted something that would be relatively up-to-date and reliable. And decent. Arctic Freezer 7, so it's Freezer 7 Pro. I don't know, it's the slightly revised one. Sound Blaster Audio G2 ZS, pretty much it, I guess. 550-watt Neo HE power supply. It's running off an old laptop drive. It's not very good. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool for 2007. I could put another 3870 in it and make it crossfire rig. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, so around the back in, I guess we'll just do descending order. We've got the fan controller for the top and the back. PS2 ports for mouse and keyboard. Digital SPDIF for audio. 8 USB 2.0 ports. 2 Firewire 400, one's a 6-pin, one's a 4-pin. Dual Gigabit Ethernet. Integrated audio, which I'm not using because I'm using a sound card. Get off that. Video card, dual DVI, S-Video, whatever. It's the Radeon HD 3870. A few blank spaces. Sound card, which has got Firewire and surround. And then a game port and your power below. Maybe you wouldn't use the game port because I don't know if you had an old controller, you might use it. Alright, let's initiate a power on. Classic case. And we will be into Windows. And focus is broken. Brilliant. Lock focus there. There we go, Windows XP. Alright, now it's on, it's got some information pulled up, and I'm actually quite impressed by the less than a minute boot time, especially for a 5400 RPM hard drive. That's actually quite impressive. So yeah, you can see the basic specs. Here we've got registered to Josh B Cafe, me. It's good, thumbs up. Power Station RQ10470. Core 2 Quad Q6600, 2.4 GHz, 3.25 gigs of RAM. It has 4, but of course, not all of it can be addressed. XP Service Pack 3. Yeah, 2008. I don't really care. I'm probably going to put. I want to put an SSD in here. I know it's the cardinal sin of running XP on an SSD, but well, I want it to be faster, and also I want to install Service Pack 4, which will be quite fun. And as you can see, the 4 CPU utilization charts. Pretty cool. And right, if you're wondering what this means, the unit, it's the code that pretty much all my machines have adopted, the unique nominal identification tag. That's what unit stands for. RQ, R for Radeon, Q for Core 2 Quad, 10470, that's just 6600 plus 3870. Yeah, 10470. Theseus, because, I mean, all the components in the machine, whilst they resemble what it originally was, it's not the same motherboard, or CPU, or graphics card, or memory, or even the same case. The only thing that's sort of carried forward is the power supply, which I'll probably end up putting the power supply for my main PC in at some point. Beula, I'll put that in there. 2007 machine, because it's from 2007, even though the motherboard's a bit new and the operating system's also a bit new. File has changed. Do you want to say any changes? I haven't done anything. Let's try run Vermark. 300 by 400, no anti-aliasing. Must have run this before. And yep, it runs, and you can already hear the 3870. Oh wow, it's a little stuttery, but average 38 FPS. Not too bad. It doesn't have the. It's not showing the. Running on OpenGL. Okay, it's not showing the temperature. Weirdly enough. But yeah, pretty cool system. It plays games, but gaming on this machine is something for another day. Right, so on to the next machine. This is what I refer to as the 2010 machine. If the last machine was Theseus, this is Bernau. There is a reason behind that. It's sort of an in-joke between a couple of friends, but you'll probably find out once we open it up. It's actually pretty self-explanatory. What I.O. we've got with 2 USB 2s, USB 3, audio in and out, power button, reset buttons on the other side, DVD, hot swap bay, SSD, and whatever, more USB that's not hooked up. Yeah. Right, let's get inside. Okay, here we have it. 2010 machine. Well, the inside of the 2010 machine, which ironically is actually quite dusty. Yeah, there's the HX. Oh, a bit of dough on my hands. I was making bread this morning. HX850, Gigabyte X58 motherboard. I mean, it'll probably become a little more apparent as why it's referred to as Bernau if we put these in there. 9900A, GTX 470, i7 920. It's a bit of a meme, but yeah, currently it's got a GTX 480, i7 950, 12 gigs of DDR3 at 1600 MHz, Sound Blaster, X5 Xtreme PCI Express, and then it's got some other components in the top. Very cool. It's actually pretty high-end system for the time. Yeah, Freezer Xtreme, I was given that for free. I just had to get the mounting hardware, which was missing for whatever reason. Yeah, I love these old cases with all the 5¼ inch bays at the front. Same with the 2004 machine. Or should I be saying 2004 Experiment? Yeah, I think its real name for it is Original Project 2004 Untitled or something like that. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, as for the rear I/O on this, you've got the same sort of fan controllers, except you got the top, an LED, and then these two fans. Dual PS2, like the last one, same with the optical audio. Got powered USB and eSATA for quick charging devices, and eSATA. Some regular USB 2s, USB 3, and we have this pass-through cable so it can go to the front because it predates front panel headers. Same sort of Firewire setup as the 2007 machine. Same dual LANs, same chipset. Well, I don't know if it's the same. Then we have the sound card. I don't think it's fully surround. No, I think it is fully surround. Yeah, because that'll also work as whatever. Yeah. Optical in and out, it's a really cool feature. And then we have the 2 DVIs for the GTX 480. And this, and the 850 watt power supply, which actually, it's pretty cool. It has a little badge on the bottom. Neat feature, love that sort of stuff. And now it's time to power this one on, which sadly we can't see the other side, because it's all blue fans, but you'll be able to see the ones at the front. Yeah, classic Antec 1200. These cases were so cool and bulky, and for some reason people don't like them. I don't know. I love these cases. They're sick. It takes a while to post because it's such a it's high end. Monitor's not waking. Other monitor's not waking up. Whatever. We got that. Well, I got the right port. And Windows 7, because why would I be running anything else, honestly? Is it gonna do it? Yep, it's just that sort of thing. Right, we're going full late 2000s with the screen capture. I would actually get a capture card for this, because this does have HDMI. I'm using my HDMI switch down there. But yeah, this does have HDMI. It's actually an impressive little machine. I gotta love the CPU meter at the side. It's brilliant. And yes, I have got the game for some reason. I just wanted to check if the assets were right, and it seems they are for the VR chat thing or whatever. But do I have? Surely I have Thermac on here. I don't. Let me install that real quick, and then we'll do some more benchmarking on this thing, because this is a cool system. Alright, there we go. Now it's installed. 1920 by 720. I think that seems a bit... It's not advantageous. Feels a bit... yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh, wow. That's smooth! I mean, it's the temperature's going up really fast. 66 degrees already. I mean, it's a GTX, but that is smooth for a GTX 480. What is it? Frame rate, 57 frames per second. Do you know what? If I had this PC back in 2016, I would have been so impressed by it. I'd probably still be using it now, honestly. I wouldn't find a reason to upgrade. But yeah, that's impressive. Before your ears start bleeding and I create a thermonuclear device, I think I'm going to turn Thermac off, because I'm actually impressed by the 57 FPS that this thing's creating. And quit. Now I just open Task Manager, and you can see this thing is 4 cores and 8 threads. Well, you can see the 8 threads because it's multi-threaded and whatever. Alright, and then we have just the information, unit, GC, GeForce Core I. I mean, it could be Core 2 Quad, but that's either going to be D for Core 2 Duo or Q for Core 2 Quad, so I'm actually not 100% sure. GC 1430, GTX 480 plus Core i7 950. Codename Bernau, there's a joke somewhere in there, and also known as the 2010 machine. Windows Experience Index is 7.5, which is up there. I think the maximum was 7.9. Yeah, the only thing that's slow is processor. I wonder if upgrading to that 960 will do. But yeah, pretty fast, pretty good machine. I just saved that one. I haven't changed anything. Okay, I don't know why it does that. Did that on the XP machine. Weird. I think finally we're going to run some Unigine Heaven. Right, let's run some Unigine Heaven then. This is a very cool benchmark, and it's free. So I'm not gonna complain about that. This thing's really cool. Of course, all of this is coming off an SSD, so I mean it could be faster. It's an old SSD. It's a 530 series Intel SSD. Oh, okay. FPS 37. This is 1080 medium, 2x anti-aliasing, medium tessellations. The 400 series was a tessellation powerhouse, which was sort of, I don't know why they were so heavily focused on the tessellation engine, but whatever. GTX 480. I can already hear it. Very cool benchmark. But yeah, that's surprising. I mean, it's still got some life left in it. Actually, Now let's think about it. I think I'm thinking of this 15970. I remember running on that and it was much faster because this is 25870s. And yes, it does support Crossfire. I might actually get another 480 at some point and run them in SLI. Actually, no, that's not a great idea because A, it's going to burn everything down, and B, my power supply doesn't have a second connector for a 470. It's only got the two PCI Express connectors. But other than that, yeah. Thank you, Unigine. Very cool. And we'll close that, and we'll move on to our final system. If I can think, am I missing something? I got it for the hardware, rear IO, whatever. Okay, go on the next system then. Wasn't I literally just complaining about how heavy the 2010 machine was? Well, this is a whole lot heavier. The panels in this machine are solid, like solid panels. Yeah, I mean it's a pretty cool case. I'll not lie. Fractal Design XLR2. Lots of ventilation at the front. And 5¼ inch bays. This is pretty much just the modern version of a Antec P182 with top mounted I/O, which is better because the last P180 I had broke the only I/O at the front. Not great. But yeah, DVD is actually a Blu-ray drive, so I can watch Blu-rays. You got your I/O up there, which I guess I'll look at briefly. Yep. There's the I/O, USB 2, USB 3, power button reset, headphone and microphone, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the front, other than the fan filters that I should probably clean. They don't look as bad on camera as they do in person, but I probably ought to clean them. Let's look around the back. Right, so around the back of my main PC, it doesn't even have it's not named after a year actually, because even though I built it in like 2019, man, I miss 2019. Even though I built it in 2019, it's not really a 2019 PC because it's just been chopped and changed here and there. Some less than desirable specifications, like the RAM is 2400 megahertz, but well, it's my main PC, I can't really complain about it. So yeah, no fan controller or anything. There's actually a fan controller at the front that I didn't mention because most of the fans in this case are software controllers, just the two 140mm at the front. But yeah, you got combined PS2 mouse and keyboard. I'd rather have two split, but I don't. Who uses a PS2 mouse? I can understand using a PS2 keyboard. I use a PS2 keyboard. My friends use a PS2 keyboard, etc. PS2 mice kind of suck though. Two USB 2s. I use that for keyboard and like microphone. USB Type-C, which is nice, even though I don't have any USB-C devices. I do, my headphones and something else, but yeah, I don't have any C2C cables, so not super handy. USB 3, I've plugged up the onboard graphics because my CPU doesn't have onboard graphics. Ryzen 5 2600, and more super speed, what's that, 10 gig USB 3, some more regular 5 gig USB 3, Gigabit Ethernet, optical out, and your rest of your sound stuff. Then you got all your inputs and outputs for your your average 10 series graphics card, so 3 display ports, HDMI and DVI, and at the bottom, serial, because I actually do some control of specialty equipment, like my Nixie Tube clock, which you've probably seen in the back of almost all of the stuff I've done before. And at the bottom we got the power supply, which doesn't have a label on it, but it is a Corsair Vengeance 650 watt gaming. Yeah, gaming moment. This is a pretty good PC. Oh, it's dusty. God, it's been blowing dust out the back. Man, this thing is heavy. And no, I'm not getting a micro ATX system. I like my full ATX systems. Maybe I'll say something different. It's so dark. I'm getting my desk lamp because it is very dark. Hold on a sec. Alright, there we go. Yeah, this PC is so dark on the inside, you basically can't see anything. So yeah, there is the NHD15 that I installed a while ago. 16 gigs of DDR4 at 2400 megahertz. Probably the only downside to this system is the memory, honestly. But by the time I upgrade, I'm going to be upgrading the entire system. Western Digital 4TB drive and my old 1TB drive in there. Yeah, we can see the 650 watt power supply, That's a GTX 1070 hybrid, because I thought that was a good idea. It's a good card, it's just that I'm constantly worried about the pump dying. I'm not so worried about it leaking fluid, it's just the pump. Also, it's a little loud because of the pump. Whatever. Yeah, and the motherboard is a Asus ROG Strix B450F Gaming. Gaming. Yeah, it's a good system. I really don't want to change anything with it, and if I'm going to change anything with it, I'm not going to build an entirely new PC. I'm just going to swap the motherboard, CPU, memory, graphics card. Not that I can do that at the moment because of the price of everything, but I don't know, wait till next year. Hopefully 2023 is a bit better. Alright, and now I guess it's time to plug it in and power it on and see what we're running. Right, time for the power on, and yes, that is a Valve Intex. That's what I spent most, if not all, of my first paycheck on. And I forgot to do the power supply. Hold on. There we go. And because I got the HDMI switch, I need to... There we go. Public beamers. And Windows 10. Taking its sweet time. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this is my custom PC, the main rig. Codename Beula, unit RG3670, which kind of would make more sense if it was GR, because for the other machines it's been the processor first and then the graphics first and then the processor. I don't know. But whatever, it's got a Ryzen 5 2600, GTX 1070, 16 gigs of memory, not very fast memory though. Yeah. The reason it's called Beula is, well, she's the least glitchy. It's my most reliable system. I wonder if anyone actually gets that joke. Yeah, Beula, main rig. Let's run some benchmarks now. Right, so Fairmark, and it's wanting to do 720p again. Okay. I'm just gonna roll with it then. Go. We should be getting a lot more frames per second than the GTX 480. We were getting 57 FPS with the GTX 480. This is getting 170, and it's going 170. It's pretty much the same test. Yep, that's cool. Sort of as you expect, because it's a water-cooled card. It's currently at it says 36 degrees. It was at 28, but it won't get much higher than 40, I'll tell you that. And for another benchmark is we run Heaven, Ultra Tessellation, do Extreme Tessellation, ATEX anti-aliasing, for ATEX. Yeah. Seems to load in about the same time as the 2010 machine. Huh, interesting. How many FPS will it get? Ultra, it gets 70 FPS. That's full tessellation, full textures, full everything, and it's getting pretty good frame rate. I wouldn't be worried about that, honestly. Yeah, DX11 now, so little bit last gen. 100, yeah, this sort of what you'd expect from a 1070 compared to a 480. And this thing's going to be it's going to be chilly because it's a water cooler. So yeah, I guess that's it. These are some of what I would say is my favourite machines. Of course, we've got the Dimension 8300, which I will be doing something with in the summer. Plans for that. 2004 machine needs a new motherboard, sadly, and the NT4 machine, that's probably what we're going to be looking at next. some floppy drive emulator and installing some minor upgrades before we go major. So yeah, I hope you like this at all. I don't. I wonder if anyone's going to get any of the references behind the names. Obviously, the ship of Theseus is pretty easy, but yeah. I wonder what a 3080 Ti will get in this. We will find out probably next year. Hopefully next year. Alright. Guess I'll see you in the next one.